Hey everyone, how's it going? So hopefully we can get this video to be relatively short, but I can't see that happening. So today we're going to take a look at my Semapo NCPC and all the additions, upgrades, whatever modifications I've done to it to make this carrier mine, and just kind of a loadout video of it. So first we'll start with the front plate bag. So as you can see, I got quite a lot going on. We have the Endo Apparel Can't Even patch, so that's kind of a knock on Arc'teryx, so that's pretty funny. We have a red V-light for my dead rag at night. We have just a little S carabiner up here, as well as a S&S Precision pocket shiv in tan, so that's pretty cool. Down here we have black PMags. These are held in there by the Faro Concepts Kydex mag insert, which is pretty nice. So all you got to do is kind of yank it out and put it in really quickly, and they won't come out. And these actually, this insert has probably been the most has the most retention of any insert that I've tried. Whether you like that or not, it's nice in my opinion. So down here we get to the more kind of interesting part. We have 6 40mm Cry styled, some of them are Cry, some of them are Repro, 40mm pouches. So these are great for, of course, holding your regular standard 40mm, your tall ones. We have your BB shower ones, holds those just fine. We have the small little stubby ones, holds those great. Over here we have, just little rockets, which are really great to take out vehicles for some events. Holds those just fine. And of course we have tag rounds, if I can get it out. So it holds those just fine as well. So this one all the way to the far left is Cry. The rest of these are made by a guy called Milsim Buddy. Now, if you want a 40mm pouches that are nearly identical to the real thing, definitely go with him. He's I got his older version, you can see with the the brown strap right here, and then his updated versions. I've worked with him and to make his pouches better, and everything he does is really great. The quality, the stitching, the craftsmanship, the size, the specs, all that good stuff, it all fits perfectly well. I definitely would recommend going with him if you're going to be picking up a couple pouches and you want something relatively on the cheap side. Cheap is a subjective term, but just kind of a little shout out to him. He got these to me pretty quickly. It took him about a month, but making custom pouches for airsoft does take a while, especially when it's not your primary source of income. So let's go ahead. We'll go to the left. Why not? So over here we have my, let's see if I can zoom out a bit. We have my S&S Precision M320 holster, and this is holding a M320. I forget the brand of it right now, but it's, it shoots grenades. What else do you want me to say? I believe it was the one on Evite for like 200 to 150 bucks. But yeah, so it has the folding foregrip, and what's really nice about this holster is it's pretty lightweight, and if I can get it to come out, it's held in there by S&S Trifecta Connecta is what they like to call it, and it just goes through the molly webbing. And if I push this button in and hit this bottom piece up, it will indeed go up, and the holster will come off, and then I'll just have a slick side. It does have a shock cord over here, so that's connected to the carabiner up top. So if any reason this does come out, either I didn't fully retain it with this bungee or whatever, it will still be attached to my body, which is nice because if I'm taking this out and I shoot it and then some guy pops out somewhere else, I can easily just drop that, not have to worry about it, and transition. And then of course stowing it is relatively easy. Snaps into place with a lot of positive retention, as you heard. and then just put the bungee over it and you're good to go again. What's nice about the trifecta, if I'll take this off again, what's nice about the trifecta is you can take this off, and they have belt versions where you can mount it straight to a belt. So if you wanted to run more of a slick setup and not run a carrier and still run the 320, you can do that. You just easily, you know, connect it off. And this is probably the most low profile modular setup I've been able to find. I know G-Code and Safariland make their own, but again, it's not as good as a positive retention, nor does it have this low of a profile to where it's hardly even sticking out. Sorry about that. To the point where it's hardly even sticking out. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Hear that nice click again. And then I run just a PMEG and the radio pouch in here. So over on the other side, switch shoulders, I have a Molly Monkey Tactical thermo pouch right here, and this is just holding a gas can, matrix gas can. It does hold, you know, Thunder Bees, all that type of good stuff, Coke cans, whatever you want to put in there. It holds that relatively well. Molly Monkey Tactical makes amazing Cry repro pouches. The only reason I didn't go with him for these is he was just so backed up in orders, and I know Milson Buddy does a great job with these pouches. I just went with him so just so I could get it quicker. But Molly Monkey does make amazing pouches. His quality is on par with Cry. You know, a lot of people use him. I've seen he's having people you know, overseas, you know, doing this shit for work, testing out his stuff. So, you know, it's real 330D, real spec, everything's great, you know, laminated, Cordura, just like the real Cry, all that good stuff. Behind that in the radio pouch, I just have a tourniquet, just to kind of give this a little bit of structure. And then behind that, I have just a Semapo Gear pistol mag pouch with a speed loader in it. Now, as you probably could see, I run a cummerbund on this side, but not one on this side. And again, it's just kind of the way I have it set up. Just, it's easiest for me to have it so I don't have a cummerbund right here. It's just one less thing to get tangled, and I still run all my equipment the way I want to. Coming towards the back, I have a Molly Monkey Tactical Cry radio pouch, the 152 radio pouch. This is, again, extremely great, well-made pouch. We have the black buckled to match, you know, with the one, the thermal up there, and it just pops up. It's held in there by a shock cord. And it holds the 152 nice and snug. It has padding, so if it ever gets hit by a BB, I don't have to worry about the screen cracking or anything like that. Just gonna make sure that I lock up the buttons. Now I have my PTT routed through up top here, through the cords up here, and just rubber banded up here to the strap, just to kind of keep it out the way as much as I can. Now, the antenna, I have the relocation cable routed down and up, and this is, again, a Molly Monkey Tactical Cryjo. And I just have the antenna routed up through there, and just, again, rubber banded up here so I don't lose it, because I've actually lost one of these antennas before. On the side here, I have this is actually an American flag bandana. I don't want to carry around a real American flag for a multitude of reasons I won't really get into. And then underneath that, I do have a kind of a SSE bag or a prisoner mask. Now a little bit to the left here, I have two Semapo Gear kind of breacher charge pouches, and those just hold in some flex cuffs just in case we ever need them. I've yet to need them, but you know, it's one of those things where I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, and nobody else does. So, you know, again, I put a lot of thought into this whole setup. I really like the way I have everything set up the way it is now. I do have a mixture, I don't know if you can see it in the video, a mixture of cry pads as well as some Semapo gear pads in here, just to, you know, add a little bit more realism to it, if you will. And but yeah, I put a lot of thought into this loadout. It has everything I need, nothing I don't, and it's just a really great, slick setup for what it really is. Semapo Gear did a great job with replicating the NCPC. You know, I've run this quite a few times during big ops, big events like Lion Claws, stuff like that, and it's been amazingly comfortable, amazingly durable. I've had most of my team runs them as well, and they like it. Seriously, no complaints whatsoever with this carrier. Inside I have S&S Precision swimmer training plates with some foam backing, just to give it a little bit more you know, beef, I guess you would say, for lack of a better term. But yeah, if you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. I'm going to put quite a few links down in the description, you know, where you can get Somali Monkey tactical pouches, where you can buy the NCPC, link to Milsim Buddy's account, and just kind of all that good stuff. So if you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. Make sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a good one.